What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to FudgeMuppet. My name is Scott, and today we are talking about Bethesda Softworks and their recent announcement of Rage 2, which has now been all confirmed and shown off with a live-action trailer and a gameplay trailer. Rage 2 is being developed by ID Software, the same guys who made the first Rage game and the guys who made Doom, but also Avalanche Studios, who's been working on the project as well. The guys responsible for the open-world Just Cause series and the Mad Max game. Now, about Rage 2 itself, it looks like it will be pretty fun, an open-world shooter, and personally I'm a fan of the Mad Max aesthetic, that wild punk rock borderline gimp suit kinda Raider style, and it looks like that will be there. There is also a mix-up of environments. The swamp sections look cool. A swamp biome is something I'm quite a fan of. It's one of the main reasons the idea of a Fallout New Orleans excites me so much. In fact, if you're curious, you can check out a video I made about the ideal Fallout New Orleans game. You never know, maybe they have someone secretly working on it. Here's hoping. But today, more than Rage itself, I want to talk about what this means for Bethesda Softworks. The little tweets and bits of hype leading up to the trailer reveals have all been about Rage, so that is in the open now, but what excites me more about this is one of Pete Hines' tweets about how this year's Bethesda Softworks E3 showcase could be the biggest they have ever done. So what does that mean? Well, by simple comparison to last year's unsatisfying E3 conference, it will be longer and more jam-packed, that is for sure, but if this is the biggest, that means it could top the Fallout 4 show that was the 2015 Bethesda E3. Basically, it seems like there is going to be a lot at this E3, and honestly, that makes me very hopeful for a new title from Bethesda Game Studios. Once again, the guys who made Skyrim and Fallout 4, as well as the previous titles like Fallout 3 and Oblivion. The conference seems to be so jam-packed full of stuff that they've even revealed Rage 2 ahead of time, perhaps to ease on the overload of this year's show. Last year, we were in Los Angeles for E3 itself, and we, like everyone else, were pumped for a new BGS release. That's Bethesda Game Studios, and we sat through all of the other titles, the Wolfensteins and such, but finally we get to that 40-minute mark, and it seems like there is this perfect 20-minute slot to announce and show a new Bethesda Game Studios open-world RPG, but then all of a sudden Pete Hines was like, thanks for coming and see you later. This led to a huge disappointment, but this year Pete is promising a really good jam-packed E3, and don't get me wrong, I am sure there will be a lot of new IPs from different studios being published under the Bethesda Softworks company, which is really cool. Games like Rage 2, which is cool and all, like everyone I enjoy a fresh game, but we are all waiting for the Bethesda Game Studios game. That is what we are really waiting for, and perhaps this is the year for it to happen. Quite frankly, if I were in Pete Hines' position, and I could see the community's reactions, I would not be promising a really good jam-packed surprising E3 without knowing that there is a BGS release coming. I mean, imagine everyone's reaction this year if there is nothing coming from Bethesda Game Studios. Like, it's a big E3 conference filled with many different IPs, many of which could be awesome, but it just won't cut the cake unless there is a Bethesda Game Studios game. So this is why I feel BGS is coming with a title to this E3. I'm really looking forward to it. I feel fairly certain about my decision to board the hype train. It pretty much definitely should happen, but that could be the hype in me talking, so take that with a grain of salt. But in the meantime, we can only wait, hope, and cross our fingers. Perhaps we should also keep an eye out, because most of the time the BGS games are announced before E3 and then shown at the actual show. Like Fallout 4 was revealed like a week or two before, then there was a big showcase at E3. Anyways, guys, comment down below what kind of hype level you are on. Are you excited for Rage 2? What about other potential IPs from Bethesda Softworks? I mean, I don't really have to ask if you're excited for a new BGS game. The answers are probably almost unanimously yes. Like the video if you are getting in on the hype. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe for all the Bethesda Game Studios E3 coverage, analysis, and of course down the line, all types of content for the game itself. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Scott, and I'll be back to nerd out with you again next time.